This is Ben Pine in the WHAS 11 News First Alert Storm Team Weather Center here on this January the 18th, 2023. I thought I was going to say 2022. And it is 8:24 p.m. I just want to do a live stream. We haven't done this in a while, but we've got some heavy rainfall on the way. There might be some questions whether we'll see a strong or severe thunderstorm. We'll get to that as well. I think it's going to be a low, very low threat, by the way. Maybe some minor flooding. The biggest impact for some areas late tonight as we get this front moving through. We'll look ahead to a little mix on Sunday as well. So we'll talk about quite a few different things here. Let me make sure the microphone's working correctly. Iron out any bugs if there are any, and then we'll wait for some folks to get on board and we'll be ready to go. All right, it looks like it's all working properly here tonight. So this first weather graphic that you see here, and I can make it full screen, that is the Storm Prediction Center. The Storm Prediction Center is a division of the National Weather Service, and this is their severe weather outlook for the rest of today and through tonight. So what this is saying is that we are not under the severe weather outlook. It's just out to our west, so that's obviously good news. The Storm Prediction Center, their one big job is to look across the country and see where severe weather might happen. So they've got a little sliver of yellow. That is level 2 out of 5 in the severe weather risk categories down in southwestern Tennessee, and then it drops down in the lower Mississippi Valley. So we're not even under level 1 out of 5 in the severe weather risk category. So with that said, it looks like our issue is just going to be some heavy rain and some gusty winds. And speaking of gusty winds, we have a wind advisory that kicks in tomorrow at noon and goes until 7 p.m. We could have some wind gusts around 40 to 45 miles per hour. It's going to be a blustery day. Tomorrow's going to be a weird day. The first half is going to be spring-like and warm, lower 60s. And we'll get to the radar in just a second and tonight's weather. But again, back to tomorrow's interesting weather. First part, lower 60s, some sunshine, and then later in the afternoon, cold air is going to drop in. Clouds are back, and maybe some drizzle as well. So two totally different kind of days on the way for tomorrow. All right, looks like we're getting some folks on board. Quick couple shout outs, and then we can go actually pull up the radar right now. Let me go ahead and put that up here. All right, so a pretty large storm system. Let me go full screen graphics so you can see this. So you got rain from Chicago all the way down to Louisiana. There's a tornado watch in southwestern Tennessee, in the western Mississippi, and then northeastern Louisiana. And then it switches into a snowstorm system from Iowa and back into Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota. We're not going to get the snow from this system. We're on the warm side of this storm system. But this is the kind of thing you can get this time of the year. Provides a variety of different types of weather. Again, half snow, half rain. Part of it's severe down over the deep south. And then we're going to get the wind as we dry out later on tomorrow. Mural Stout to Debbie Bayens. Thanks for watching here tonight. Here on this lovely Wednesday. It's been chilly today, but we're going to have warm air rushing in later on tonight. We'll actually probably be in the 60s around midnight or just later. So our highest temperature is going to be late tonight. Sherry Williamson, Tim Walters has no rain right now. Chris Hall, how's it going? Jay Lee White from Shelbyville, Jose Hernandez. A lot of familiar names and faces here. Jania Mahoney, we will try for that. And good luck. Connie Kurtzinger, Wendy Stapp is tired of the rain. It has been a warm and wet January. We've got a big surplus of rain this month, and we're trending as the second warmest January on record. So December, we had pretty prolonged cold spell. We had -5 degrees. We had the snow around Christmas weekend, and then ever since then, it's been more spring-like around the area. Wanda Neal. We've got Debbie Dilling, Jim Curtis from New Salisbury, Shannon Raber, hello, Laurel Remington. Ping pong weather causing havoc on your sinuses. Yeah, it's tough on the immune system, from the cold to the warm, high and low pressure. It's kind of the parade of storms. We're getting these storms every 2 or 3 days, keeping us on our toes here. Pat Stiff just got here. Any storms? No lightning. It looks like just heavy rainfall. We might get some rumbles of thunder later on tonight, but we're not in that risk of severe weather officially from the Storm Prediction Center. There might be a rogue storm through the overnight, but I doubt we'll see any severe thunderstorm warnings tonight. We might end up with some minor, like a flood advisory or something like that, if a few areas get too much rainfall. So the severe weather threat, while perhaps not zero, it's very, very low. Judy Davis, good evening. Steve Conover, thanks for watching here tonight. Stacy Hendrick, Brett County, get any storms? So if anywhere in the viewing area, the WHS 11 viewing area, this is the same forecast. So for Breck, same deal. Severe weather is not expected. Stuart Emerson, thanks for watching. Patty Miller from Litchfield. All right, let's go ahead and dig in to the forecast here tonight. In case you're just tuning in, I'll go ahead and go back to full screen here. Again, this is the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center out in Norman, Oklahoma, a division of the National Weather Service. They're looking for severe weather where it might happen, and we're fortunate here tonight. So the severe weather threat, level 1 out of 5 is off to the west in Evansville to Paducah, and then the level 2 out of 5, what we call slight risk, is down over southwestern Tennessee and western Mississippi, where there is a tornado watch box out right now. And here's the big reason why severe weather is not likely tonight. This is the storm fuel, what we call CAPE, or convective available potential energy. So think of available energy. If the storms get going, do they have the energy to get severe? And we do not have much here in our backyard. So notice where we have the tornado watch down to the south is where there's a little bit more of this storm fuel. As we go through the night, so this is midnight, there's almost nothing, just a little blip there. So there's just not enough unstable air, the fuel, to really power these thunderstorms that are going to try to come into our area. So we've got a lot of wind energy for tonight from this large storm system that you see here. And this scenario is what we would call overly sheared, too low CAPE, too low energy. You got a lot of wind, you don't have the energy for the storms to blossom up. So we don't have the right kind of level of ingredients for a severe weather threat for us here locally. Again, good news there. All right, let's zoom in on the rainfall, where it's at now, as we go back to our graphics. Full screen, pretty wet over southern Indiana. Just some light rain, steady though, around Brandenburg to Hardinsburg, getting closer to Elizabethtown, a little heavier out towards Evansville. And then as we come in a little bit closer, not a whole lot happening over Metro Louisville at this time. So we're just talking plain old friendly rainfall out there currently. Okay, so this is the wind advisory that has been posted for tomorrow, noon until 7 p.m. If you got trash cans out, watch out. It's a trash can blowover kind of day, wind gusts 40 to 45. And then we're going to switch over to Futurecast here. So the steady rain continues on the very back edge of this system. That's where we have the potential for some gusty rain showers here and some heavier downpours. So this is at around 2 o'clock in the morning. And notice some deeper red colors there if you look closely. But also notice, take note, those temperatures. So we've been in the 40s pretty much all day. We're making our way into the 50s. And the temperatures are surging here through the nighttime. Look at that. So that's going to be probably our high temp for the day Thursday there. And as we approach midnight, that'll be our high temperature for today. So 60s overnight, kind of crazy. And as I mentioned, tomorrow's a weird day weather-wise, because the first half, morning through early afternoon, we'll probably have some sunshine, a little breezy, lower 60s, and then all of a sudden, late afternoon, temperature's going to drop down to the 40s, clouds come back, and it's going to be drizzly. So we go from happy to sad pretty quickly throughout the day tomorrow. So let's get back to it. We'll go graphics full screen. Let me move that over. There we go. So this is 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So look how quickly that, so this is during the overnight. This is midnight. A few heavy downpours, maybe rumble of thunder. Again, very low severe weather threat. East of I-65 here at around 3 o'clock. And then east of our viewing area heading towards Lexington at 6 a.m. So we got 50s there in the early morning, but notice as we go to lunchtime, upper 50s, lower 60s. Again, beautiful out there. Still a south breeze. And then watch this. So we're like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5. So right before sunset, that's when the clouds come back. Temperatures start to fall off. It's windy, and we may have like some sprinkles and some drizzle. First half of the day, beautiful. Second half, not so much. So the sprinkles and the clouds and the chillier temperatures, they'll hang around into Friday morning as we start off in the 30s Friday. And then it's just kind of chilly Friday. Just chilly and mostly dry. Highs down in the 40s. And it looks like we'll stay in the 40s for a while as well. All right, let's go a little bit further ahead. Rainfall totals, we're looking at about 1 to 2 inches possible. So minor flooding, watch out for some low-lying areas. You got some roads near some creeks or rivers. Just kind of watch out through the overnight, early tomorrow morning if you're out late tonight. So this is our longer range Futurecast. Friday, again, mainly dry other than some morning sprinkles. And then Saturday, we're dry with some sunshine. Chilly, though. Now, Sunday is a little interesting. We've got the chance for rain and snow. The best chance for this snow looks like it's going to be over southern Indiana, where there might be some minor kind of wet, light, slushy accumulations over parts of southern Indiana. Just all depends on the eventual temperature profile, what time there might be that switch over. But I think a lot of this is going to be a chilly rain coming in Sunday morning, that is, not Saturday. Saturday's dry. But Sunday's not going to be your day that you want to be planning anything outdoors. Saturday, good shape. So notice that strip, I'll go back to full screen here, of snow is north of the Ohio River with this weather model right here. And then that begins to move out like Sunday night into Monday morning. So that's what we have to wrap up the weekend. Live look out there now, we're at 50. Still a pretty light breeze at around 5 to 10. We've got some sprinkles, humidity 77%. Definitely a contrast in temperatures. We've got lower 40s in Seymour and Madison and Bedford. Then you've got 60s in Lebanon, Hodgenville, Munfordville, Campbellsville, Columbia. So that warm air, again, it's going to surge up to the north for all of us through the next several hours as we start to get some of that heavy rain to move into our area. So for tonight, some rain, maybe a thunderstorm, can't rule it out, some gusty winds. Temperatures will be in the 50s and 60s. It's going to be windy but mild through much of the afternoon. Some of the wind gusts, again, 40, 45, wind advisory, noon until 7. Highs in the lower 60s. That's kind of early afternoon. We may actually be in the mid 60s through, right after midnight. Some of that warm air rushes in. And then, say 4, 5, 6 o'clock around sunset, we get the clouds back, maybe some drizzle, and some colder temperatures as well. All right, 7-day forecast. The mild weather pattern is ending for a while as we head down to the 40s this weekend into next week. So far, second warmest January on record. That's our trend here, 18 days in. Friday stays breezy. We're definitely going to need the coats. We're down to 29 Friday night. 45 and some sunshine Saturday, down to 35 Saturday night. That rain-snow mix all depends on location. I think best chance for snowflakes north of the river. Quiet Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's out there. Subject to change, highly subject to change, but there might be another wintry mix around that time frame. If you're wondering about when we might get an actual winter blast, because the 40s that you see there, while chillier than what we've had, that's actually very near and at times above normal. Our average high this time of the year is 43. This is typically the coldest part of the year. We just have not experienced that yet here in 2023. We've had almost no below freezing temperatures this year so far. I think 1 or 2 nights we may have gotten down below freezing. So now we're going to get back to normal kind of reality here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But if you're on that, polar blast where you get highs in the 20s and 30s, we're looking at maybe our last few days of January. That'll put us late next week. And then, we start off February maybe on the cold side as well. Still got a long way to go in the wintertime here. Spring doesn't begin until around March 21st. So that's what we got so far. Again, if you're just tuning in on the last part of this, the severe weather threat is very low. The Storm Prediction Center doesn't even have us in a risk for severe weather. We don't have much fuel for thunderstorms. I think we'll have gusty rain showers overnight and maybe some localized minor flooding to watch out for. Severe weather threat is down over the deep south. So that's your latest radar right there. Just wanted to do a live stream with you guys since we haven't done it in a while. So good night to Beverly Hagist, who says, bring back yesterday's weather. We will for most of tomorrow. It's going to be pretty nice out there. Lillian Lasley, stay safe, everybody. Carolyn Bell, you're welcome. Tim Walters and Judy Davis. Have a great night, everybody, on this January 18th at 8:40. I will see you in, 2 hours and 19 minutes on WHAS 11. The Night Team. Sleep well and have a peaceful night. We'll see you later.